rice is pretty popular throughout Asia and also in Asian homes because it is a one-pot dish. It's really easy to make and it's really yummy. So you're making a bed of rice, and as the rice is cooking and almost done cooking, you prepare this topping of, it could be, chicken, sausage, or chicken and mushroom, which is what I'm going to be making for you today. And so the meat and the toppings are going to be semi-cooked already. The last 10 minutes you're going to be pouring it over the rice. That's toppings are going to finish cooking, and the rice is going to finish cooking, and then the sauce is going to soak into the rice, and then everything kind of meshes together and forms this like a really nice one-pot meal. So let's head to the kitchen and then let's get started.
Okay, so I started off making the rice first, and I made about a half a cup of rice, boiled it to kind of normal instructions, and the key here is as the rice is cooking, you want to work quickly enough to be able to prepare the topping. Now, if you guys don't think, if this is your first time, you might want to just make the topping first and then make the rice afterwards so that everything cooks properly. So I've basically cut up some rehydrated shiitake mushrooms along with some chicken thighs, just nice and cubed. And then I am adding to that some cornstarch, which will help kind of bring the sauce together later. And then a little bit of oyster sauce, and I use oyster sauce because I like the seafood flavor along with it being salty and sweet at the same time. I added a little bit of rice wine to that, as well as some chopped up garlic. And this is kind of the basic sauce that I use for a lot of marinated Chinese meats. And I'm just going to leave that there marinating for, I'd say 5 to 10 minutes, nothing too long. And I'm just going to add a couple pieces of kind of julienned ginger, and that helps with sometimes if you're working with really like gamey meats, but it's also really fragrant when everything kind of cooks up all together. So right now I am going to cook the filling, and I'm going to add the chicken in first and then fry that up a little bit, followed with the shiitake mushrooms. And I'm just kind of looking for it to be, I'd say 70 to 80% cooked, because what I want to do is afterwards to pour this over the rice, and then as the rice finishes cooking, the toppings will be done cooking as well, and then meanwhile all of the sauces and everything will kind of float together. I just poured in a little bit of that shiitake mushroom liquid, and that'll kind of help along with the cornstarch to develop a little bit of a sauce. So I don't know if you guys can kind of see that right now, but the rice has probably around another 6 to 7 minutes to finish. It's around 80% done as well. And I'm just kind of slowly pouring in my toppings along with that sauce. I think I might have had a little bit too much, so I poured off a little bit of that water. But all of that sauce and all of those, the flavors from that topping, that is going to meld and mesh with the rice underneath. So all that will cook together and pick up each other's flavors. So it's actually going to be really, really like awesome in the end. So I'm just going to cover that up, and it's going to finish cooking, and it's going to be probably another 5 to 6 minutes. And I'm just going to make sure that's on a low simmer so that it doesn't, nothing burns and nothing cooks too quickly. And then after 5 to 6 minutes, you guys can see that it's like the toppings are nicely cooked, and then if you kind of brush away the top, you can kind of see that the rice has picked up a lot of that sauce too, and it's really nice, and it's just a really nice one-pot meal for a family because you have everything in one dish, and you don't have to cook too much. Look at that, I just kind of scooped away some of the toppings, and you can see that sauce is really soaked into the rice as well. And if you do end up using this kind of traditional clay pot to cook it in, what's really nice about it, because it doesn't cook too evenly, is some of the rice at the bottom actually becomes very crispy, and it becomes very fragrant as well, because it's kind of a little bit burnt but a little bit crispy. But those are kind of the things that I really like about this dish, because there's a ton of different textures and a ton of different flavors, and it's just like a really classic, cool dish that you'll see out on the streets. Well, as usual, guys, if you like this recipe and want to see more like it, please hit like and subscribe. And I definitely hope that you guys will give this a try. And I guess I will see you guys again next time. Bye!